So when the subject of death is brought up, most people are afraid because the fact that there's an unknown after death scares people because they don't know what's going to happen after. So Alan states, "I'm not afraid to die, I just don't want to be there when it happens." And I think this is so because people have an understanding that death is a natural cycle of life. It happens, but no one really wants to experience it because it's tragic, it's hurtful, and no one really wants to get hurt. And so with some experiences I'm going to back that up. With my grandma, I never, I understood that she would die. Everyone's going to die one day, but I never had a true grasp of that. And so one day, she got really sick and she went to the hospital, and I saw her lying there, and it just really scared me because I never saw her in so much pain, and that this could be the end for her. So it just shows that people have an understanding. We know that people will die, but no one really wants to go through that process of hurting. And so in conclusion, death is natural, but no one really wants to go through it.
All right. Joy, I thought that you started off pretty well. You set up the topic and you had an interesting interpretation of it, but you didn't seem to know where you were going to go after that. There's no setup of the structure. You've got just the one example to talk about, and once you get past that example, you're uncertain as to where to go next, and that's where you start to wander around a little bit. Whenever you're uncertain about what's going on, you drop your voice out. That's your tell on your anxiety. You just kind of drop the volume of your voice by a half or more, and it's not just a transition, it's also like a surrender on that particular point. Well, I guess I'm done with that. And when you watch the end of your speech, I think you'll see a good example of that. You did an okay job making eye contact with the audience and looking at us and trying to appear engaged, but all of the paralinguistic cues are problematic. At the end, you did have a point that you're trying to make, but your delivery, I think, undermines that, and so instead of being as forceful as it could be, it really seems like I said, you were resigned to the point that you were making as opposed to convinced that the point you're making is the correct one. Thank you.